Welcome back to Saints Row 2, and say hello to the 360 file I keep mentioning. So, we are here today for the Ultor Exposed DLC. So first and foremost, there's actually 3 DLC packs. Corporate Warfare we're not covering today, but I'll also mention the Uncut pack, which is basically just a whole lot of clothing options. There's also some jewelry options and some tattoos as well. I think the pants I'm currently wearing are from the Uncut line, which of course, Uncut is the name of the brand in-game. Although that first U has an umlaut, so I guess it's supposed to be pronounced Uncut. But yeah, no, there's just a bunch of new things, most of which, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that interested in. You can tell what the DLC items are because they have a little arrow next to them in the menus. Ultor Exposed, however, is not just cosmetic items, though there are a bunch of things. There are some new outfits, there are new vehicles. I think there's a new co-op mode as well, which is just like a score attack thing. But there are some hairstyles for this one. Let's see, I believe I'm using, looking at this one, Feathery is what I'm currently using. And this has kind of been Melissa's look for this whole run, because I've been much lazier about customization in the secondary file, so I've mostly just been keeping to this outfit. But, you know, it looks good, so why would I change? But yeah, there's like a bunch of multiplayer things, which I'm not going to be covering, because that's multiplayer and I haven't. And is there anything else? Yeah, it's just a bunch of, new, like, costumes. I think that's it. I think I've mentioned everything outside of the actual missions, which we are getting to now. So the story missions themselves are available, I'm pretty sure, after Three Kings is when you're able to do these. So I've had these Ultor mission markers on my map for a very long time. They've been honestly kind of distracting. But now I can finally cover one of them. It hasn't affected the LP at all, but believe me, it has been affecting the 360 file.
Hey, thanks for meeting me. I appreciate it.
You kidding me? I'm not passing up a chance to hurt Ultor. What you got for me?
I know about some things Ultor wants to keep buried.
Honey, I got shit to do. I don't have time for poetics.
Hey, who's being poetic? I'm talking about bodies.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Alright, so, true to the name, this mission line is all about messing up Ultor's plans. So, we are trying to figure out just what they're doing in that, pyramid of theirs.
Hey, did you find the first body yet?
It's been like 30 seconds. What's the rush?
Well, I'd like you to find the damn things before a Masako team comes after me.
How do you know about these bodies?
Doesn't matter.
Seeing as I'm about to get shot trying to get him, hell yeah.
I used to work for Ultor.
How? I didn't think Dane had girls like you on retainer.
I worked at the pyramid as a microbiologist, you judgmental prick.
A what?
Read a book.
No, I refuse. Alright, so... where was I? Oh yeah, so we are looking for information on the pyramid, which, hey, what do you know? Tera here, works, or worked past tense, for the pyramid, so maybe this is our key to getting in there. We can do this way earlier than, you know, this point in the game. I could have done this just after recruiting everybody, so you can probably guess this DLC, where it might go in the long term. So anyway, Tera is voiced by Tera Patrick. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's a heck of a coincidence, they're both named Tera, and, no, not a coincidence in the slightest. So, Tera, the actual person, is a porn actress who supposedly was hired for more advertising than she actually wound up being in. She was mostly just featured in promotional stuff for this specific DLC. So I guess they decided to use her likeness, for the character, largely, and then just didn't have enough budget to actually use her for the other ads. I don't know, I can only guess.
Calling to apologize?
What the hell did you do to these people?
I guess you found the first one, huh?
What was left of him?
Altor's been experimenting with nanites. The hope was to find a way to increase a miner's lung capacity when I saw what they were doing to volunteers.
I understand.
When you get them all, drop the bodies off at Channel 6. Once the media runs the story, Altor is finished.
Alright, well then, so yeah, that's the plan. Altor's been doing some messed up things with nanites. Oh boy, mad science. Well, now I've got a bit of a clue what's going on down there, but I guess we should probably help out.
Just keeps getting better.
Alright, so yeah, this mission is mostly pretty easy, at least when it comes to shooting the guards. That's the easy part. The hard part is controlling this vehicle, because the bodies in the back do actually really increase your drag. The more you have in, the harder it is to control this thing, and you really cannot drop too many of them or you just fail the mission. You can lose like one or two and not get kicked for it, but yeah, too many, and yeah, you're done. I mean, I guess if you only dump 3 bodies in front of a news station, that's just a weird thing to do. You can't be a whistleblower at that point, you're just a weirdo. We need 4 bodies in order for this to actually be a story. So yeah, I guess this part is kinda tricky because you gotta chase down a pretty hardy vehicle, like that's just a straight-up APC. And this thing is controlling for shit right now. And could you please get out of the way? I've got corpses in here. You do not want to be crashing into me. You are going to have to scrub really hard for that one to come out. Anyway though, on a topic that doesn't involve corpse messes, I think I got interrupted a bit earlier. Yeah, so Tera as a character is based largely on the person who portrays her, Tera Patrick. There are just like little references here and there to Tera, the real person. Most of them we're not going to see because that involves calling a homie, which I've done precisely one time in this game and mostly for a bit. But she did mention she's a microbiologist, and that is actually true. She's probably not done evil science in real life, I would assume. Oh, well.
Leather and lace.
We've got one body to find. God damn, they're rocking back and forth here.
Friend Nick McGee.
Oh, shit, he's drunk again. What do we do? I don't know what... could you hold on, Nick?
God's sake, it's a sales ad. How many reads do you need?
Well, Nick...
There's a sale at Sloppy Seconds.
Sorry, I'm distracted by my own choice in commercials.
There's a sale at Sloppy Seconds.
Nick, those are all great reads. Can I just get one more for safety?
Go to hell.
Super.
Sloppy Seconds. It's where Nick McGee shops when he's not drunk. Look at this shrine of consumerism.
Ugh, what a bunch of sheep.
I don't know what I hate more, all these chain stores, my parents, or God.
Well, if I believed
Okay, I was
that,
waiting
would
for that one.
totally think
Alright, I can
nobody
speak again.
Loves me.
Nobody loves me?
Yeah, nobody loves me. It is the store for
But anyway, I just need the one more body. Even though you don't need all 6, but whatever. Game's not gonna give us our last goal until we're done. You get off that roof. I will say though, probably not a mission you want to do early on. I did call it simple, and it is, but do recall I also have a bunch of upgrades, and this one does eventually get pretty intense. Plus, you gotta deal with Misako, and, you know, I gotta be honest, I praised the Misako's introductions, plural, in the previous episode. I feel like this is sort of a boring way to introduce them, in that they're just sort of here. Though, I can't say that's true for the entire mission line. I'm doing them all in this episode. So we will see this ramp up, but I would not have wanted this to come before Revelation, because Revelation was a good way to introduce them. This one doesn't get good until the next mission, I don't think. This one's okay, but it is absolutely just... It's really just exposition mission. Like, this is gonna be the inciting events. We gotta get these bodies to Channel 6, and we'll see where it moves on from there. Let's see, there you are. Well, thanks for coming out for me. Alright, oh yeah, and also, very obvious, but you don't really have to worry about your vehicle choice in this mission. The mission parameters have been tailored for this specific truck. Again, it gets annoying to drive, and also, if it explodes, that's mission failure. I feel like that's fairly obvious, but, you know, might as well just drop that here. I should mention, now that I'm missing 2 doors, yeah, no, I don't want this thing to explode. So maybe don't be so haphazard about using it as cover, like I kinda have been. Right, so when I say this is tailored for this vehicle, we've got about 1.5 minutes to get to Channel 6, and that's not the most amount of time. I would have really liked a faster vehicle for this part, but whatever, you can be assured that this one can make it to the end. Maybe not as efficiently as something with Nitro, but we kinda needed the trunk space for some corpses, so... I guess, beggars can't be choosers in this case. But, this one does come very close, I will say. Also, I was looking at the vehicle, did some guy just kind of splurch out of the side there? Because I lost a body after ramming into those APCs. And I think I saw some guy sort of just phase through the side of the truck, so he kind of just, like, got absorbed into the door and launched. Yes, please ram me so I can go faster, thank you. Push me forward, it helps. Oh god, that doesn't help, though. How did you not see those guys coming? Well, whatever, I hope you get hit by that train. So, Channel 6 is pretty close, but god, everybody is in the way. Alright, we just have to get over there, and god... How did that not count? Okay, if I could figure out where you were driving, I would have shot you repeatedly. As it stands, though, I need to be right here. There we go. Mission did not fail, but god, it almost did for the stupidest reason.
Did you have any problems?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Good.
So now what?
We wait for Jane Valderrama to pick up the story.
You think she's gonna run it? Channel 6 didn't exactly go crazy over the Zombie Lynn story.
No one cares about an undead gang member, but everybody hates a big corporation.
Hold on. What's this about Zombie Lynn? You mean to tell me, when I summoned Zombie Lynn, she didn't come to my side, but just, I don't know, roamed around the town killing people instead? What the fuck, Lynn? Ugh, that's just like her. None of the original Saints are really good friends. I mean, most people would say, like, yeah, no, Lynn's, you know, out of thoughts for the original team because she died, but no. Even when you bring her back with necromancy, she was still kind of a prick, so that's why she's not getting invited to any birthdays.
I told you.
This doesn't make any sense. You handed them a huge story.
Altor handed them money.
Couldn't you force Valderrama to do something?
I'll see what I can do, but we're gonna need some proof beyond a couple bodies. You came to me with this whole thing. You got any other ideas?
If they want proof, our best bet is to get our hands on the chemicals while Ultor is moving them.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so, Mission 2. These vehicles, don't need them. I'm gonna be using this one right here. So, this is the Temptress. It's supposed to unlock at the end of this chain of missions. But it doesn't. It unlocks when you have the DLC. So, Temptress has been my vehicle of choice for most of this game, because it's very fast. Now this is, of course,
Alright, let's take it.
Tera's personal vehicle. So you can't actually alter it any, which means you can't give it nitro, but to be frank, you don't need nitro. This thing's very fast on its own. So yeah, I'm happy I didn't have to wait around for this one, because it's been my best friend. Anytime I've needed a good car, I've used this. There is actually a motorcycle I got from one of the DLCs, that I forget the name of. It's like Comet or something, but it's genuinely too fast, and because it's a motorcycle, it's so easy to just, like, crash lightly into something and go flying out of it, so... Best use of it is actually to put it on, cruise control, and just keep it at, like, a doable speed. Okay, so this mission's actually pretty fun, and has some of my favorite helicopter crashes in the game. I don't know what it is, but, like, all of these are so fun. Maybe it's just the type of helicopter, maybe it's the fact that we haven't gotten a lot of, like, car chases with helicopters, but that one right there is just fun. It went sliding down the highway, that's so cool. You explode in a cool way as well. Oh god. Especially since you've got homing missiles. Thankfully you didn't get a very good lock on me, but still. I'd prefer not to wait until you do. Oh, hello! How's it going? How have you been? Exploding? Cool, that's good. Right. Car crash, too. That was not a good shot. I mean, it was a good... it was a good shot for him. I did not appreciate it. God, there are so many helicopters for this one, which makes it very fun. Like, this is a pretty intense one. Much more so than the previous mission. That one had a tight time limit, which is not my favorite thing, but this is just an escort mission. Well, it is an escort mission. She's driving the truck. I need to keep it safe. But yeah, no, you just get unlimited ammo, good gun, and some actually pretty tough opponents. Like, that's a solid helicopter they've got there. And we're going to see a new vehicle type soon.
They sent the Scout prototype? Wow.
Scout prototype? What the hell are you talking about?
It's Eric Griffin's pet project. He wanted an ATV to scout for prime mining locations.
Why does a mining vehicle need a goddamn turret?
Hey, you gotta blast through rock. Makes sense to me.
What the hell are you people planning on mining?
Trust me, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Is it myth? Okay, so it takes a while for them to actually appear, but yeah, those are the vehicles in question, and oh god, they are tough. Yeah, so they're heavily armored and heavily armed. They have so many missiles, they fire so quickly. Do your best to survive in the first half of this mission, or really the first 3/4 of it, because this last quarter is intense. It takes forever to kill these guys, and in the meantime, they are just pummeling you with missiles. I only barely managed to finish off most of them, and look at the damage they did to me. That was most of my health.
Jane, come on, it's a great story.
I want an interview.
What?
Corporate greed stories are a dime a dozen. I want something more. A whistleblower endangering their lives for justice. That's how you get ratings.
I don't know if she'll go for it.
Then I'm not running your story.
Fine, I'll go talk to her.
Right, so yeah, those were the EDF Scouts, and you might have been able to guess, but those are a type of vehicle that is unlocked by this DLC. And considering everything just unlocks automatically, despite the fact that they're supposed to unlock at the end, yeah, no, that just means the moment you have Ultor exposed, you have those. Which is pretty solid. No, really, those are solid vehicles. Hard to blow up.
I don't like this.
It's just an interview.
It's live TV. Anything can happen.
I got shot at getting this shit for you, and now you're telling me you're nervous about being interviewed?
It's stressful.
No, people trying to kill you is stressful.
Listen, smartass, you have no idea how hard it is to be in front of the camera.
Did you see me on Fuzz?
Yeah, but you didn't care if you did a bad job. All you had to do was kill a ninja with a chainsaw.
Hey, I didn't kill a ninja
True.
with a
Look,
chainsaw.
let's just get this over
I killed
with,
a
okay?
regular man, come on. Okay, so it's time for the final mission of Ultor Exposed. I'd say the second mission is probably my favorite, but this one's also pretty cool in its own right as well.
In. Out.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm relaxing.
You really that afraid of looking like a fool on national television?
You're not helping.
You'll be fine. Can't you just imagine people in their underwear?
That won't work. I've got a thing with nudity.
Then I guess you're fucked.
Again?
I mean, to be fair, I never really got that as a way to sort of calm people down. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be like, oh, well, what if everybody in the room looked ridiculous? You know, that's supposed to calm your nerves. But, like, my opinion on the matter is, like, if everybody in the room is in their underwear, that's a power play. They're all showing themselves off in front of you as you try to, like, do a speech or something like that. How the fuck are you supposed to concentrate like that? They are coordinated and confident. It's a terrible thought exercise. It's not gonna help whatsoever. So, one more thing of note, Tera is a homie. Again, you're supposed to unlock her down the line, after this mission set.
I had the Saints stash some supplies in case she
But
went
you
bad.
do just unlock her immediately if you have the DLC.
Wait here, Tara. I'm gonna check and make sure no one's coming.
Well, let's see. Ultor Convoy, huh? I guess we'll check that out. I mean, I don't see anything, but I'm also doing a terrible job at observing. So really, who knows? I mean, there's a rocket launcher here, but I prefer my scope, honestly. Alright, nobody here either. I think we're doing pretty well. I don't think there's any reason to, suspect— oh, wait, well, no, helicopter. Shoot, go away! Sneaky little guy, isn't he? Yeah, that's right, run away. Just, hanging out, not doing anything. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, we've got less than a minute to get back to camp. Okay, so here's the bulk of the mission. We have to defend that truck we got in the last one. So, I don't know if you can move it beforehand. I did not try. But maybe you want to clear out everybody over here, because it's kind of just a sitting duck right now. So yeah, this is another one that's pretty darn intense. I will say, I technically didn't fail any of the DLC missions so far. We'll have to see if that holds true for corporate warfare, but that's for another day. In the meantime, though, yeah, I didn't fail any of these. I did have to do a couple of retakes of the second mission, though, because the first time I completely missed the highway and realized only, like, a block afterwards. Oh wait, that's a triangle. I should have gone upwards, the truck's on the highway. Because the game kind of does a terrible job at actually putting you there until last second. And then the second time I had to restart was almost the exact same reason. Except, you know, I realized sooner that time that I missed my exits. Actually, wait, I might have gone too soon. Like, I was panicking that I missed it, but then I went down the wrong way. I'm like, this is an ugly run, so I'm gonna restart, so I did. Alright, well, that's great, good for them. I'll get on that as soon as I kill these guys. I've kind of got an order of operations right now, and first order of business is make sure that doesn't keep happening to the truck. So, yeah, like I said, pretty intense even though I don't think they're that hard. I have certainly had a fair share of deaths, throughout the story. Oh right, I only have Molotovs here for some reason. Don't know why, but whatever, I'll use them with impunity. 100 of the, explosives, the timed ones. Satchel charges, that's what they're called. Honestly, satchel charges would have been way better, but for some reason I just don't have satchel charges. And I don't know why, and I couldn't buy more in the one shop I checked, so... I called it a day there, and just stuck with Molotovs.
Hold up, Jane's calling.
My crew is already waiting for you. Find their truck, and I'll meet you there.
Alright, well, our truck is only barely hanging on, but whatever. We're ready for interview, and we've taken out a small army. Classical, huh? Sure, whatever. Pardon me, giant tree, and... Okay, look, this truck's not doing great, and I know you want to destroy it, but, kindly consider not doing that instead. Consider not doing... Yeah, you come in and stop those guys from firing, because as it turns out, the small army was not the entirety of the small army that I thought it was. There is in fact more army. God. Why did we even come up here? Actually, better question, why is this area so heavily trafficked? Especially in the middle of a gunfight. Did none of you notice the Altor APCs heading up here?
Listen, I'm running behind. Just wait for me on the slopes below Mount Claflin. I'll be there soon.
Alright, we'll be here.
Hopefully nothing helicopters. I didn't even get to say hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, so here's the end of the mission. Altor's final push to make sure the story doesn't get out is just many helicopters, and I'm sure you're supposed to have rocket launchers for this one, but screw that. Last time I had to hit helicopters with missile launchers, I regretted not taking the sniper rifle instead. So yeah, I'm just gonna snipe them. It's way cooler and easier to just do this. It's not like they stand up to many shots either, I just gotta shoot them twice, and it's fine. So yeah, if you don't find a good place to put the truck, it'll be a lot easier for them to blow it up. So, you know, tuck it away to the side, and you should be fine. Otherwise, they don't feel like they're all that aggressive. Now granted, I'm preempting them pretty well with this sniper rifle, but, you know... I don't feel like they'd be doing that much more to me even if I wasn't doing this, so... not a huge deal.
This is Jane Valderrama reporting live with Tera, a woman who claims our city is in danger.
That's right, Jane. The Altor Corporation has been using a secret R&D lab to conduct unethical experiments on the citizens of Stillwater.
Those are some strong allegations. I'm assuming you have proof.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have the bodies of people who were experimented on, as well as some of the chemicals that were used to do it.
And why do you think Altor is responsible?
I conducted the experiments myself.
So these were the acts of a crazed individual.
Excuse me?
You said that you conducted the experiments.
Well, yeah, but...
So you admit that you perverted science to serve your own twisted desires.
No! Altor was the one that was...
It's an all too familiar tale. A beautiful woman takes a job at a multi-billion-dollar global corporation hoping to fulfill her dreams of microbiology, only to find herself disgusted at her failure to ascend the corporate ladder and turns to mad science in order to blackmail her employer. I'm Jane Valderrama, Channel 6 News.
Why did you do that? I thought you were going to help us.
Journalistic integrity doesn't pay the rent, Tera.
You just humiliated me in public.
I just made the Saints a lot of money. Listen, honey, Ultor was going to bury this story anyway. At least this way we got a little something out of it. Ultor isn't going away. You'll have plenty of time to plot your little revenge scheme.
Don't worry, I will.
We'll never see Tera again. So anyway, hey Tera, you wanna voice a character in this game that's basically just you, and also she just gets absolutely screwed over by a journalist? Alright, so yeah, we unlock Tera as a homie here, and yeah, it says we get the Temptress now, but I already had it. I already had that sports car. Alright, so yeah, that's that line of DLC. Sorry to Tera for screwing you over, but also, one of your voice lines says you don't want me to sing Take On Me, so actually maybe you deserve that. Feels really weird to do that bit when that character's based on an actual person. Feels a little more mean-spirited.